Listen to Iron Maiden, baby, with me.
Welcome to Listen to Iron Maiden, baby. I'm Ash from South Wales.
I'm Ante from New South Wales.
And I'm feeling freaky. We got a little friend called Eddie. Eddie is a friend of mine.
Eddie is my friend.
Eddie is a friend of mine.
I have a friend in Eddie.
Eddie is a friend of mine.
Eddie is my friend.
Eddie is a friend of mine.
He's my evil friend.
He taught me how to live my life as it should be. He taught me how to stab a man and how to drink my pee. I've had friends before, and I can tell you this: I'd rather kill a man and drink my piss. Whoa.
Hey.
Went a bit dark there. How are you, mate?
Doing good, man.
I still stand by that. That's the most evil song I've ever heard in my life. Right?
Dude, it just works with Eddie.
It does.
Yeah.
Talking of Eddie, big, massive news, everyone.
Yeah.
We got a guest on the podcast today.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what I booked?
Ooh. It's getting a bit warm in here.
Hint, we just sung about him.
Eddie.
That's right. Eddie, first ever podcast appearance by the living legend Eddie.
An exclusive.
Yeah, no Steve Harris. We don't want that asshole. We got the... he just talked about himself. We got Eddie. Anyway, welcome to the show, guys. Anyone new? I'm Ash, and I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan. Before we give you the scoop on Eddie, mate, let's tell you what the podcast is about. I'm a huge fan. Ante, you're becoming a fan, aren't you?
Definitely am.
Are you enjoying Iron Maiden?
I'm loving the trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Because right now we're listening to the old Number of the Beast album, which is pretty good.
That's the album I know.
What do you know about it? What do you know about this band?
What do I know about it? Do we have the soundbite?
A 5-piece heavy metal band from the East End.
That's all you need to know,
That's
right?
all I need to know, man.
Okay.
And flat wound bass strings.
That's right, yeah.
Turned up way too loud.
Oh, mate, I just got a text from Eddie.
Oh, is he already here?
He heard me singing the song. Let me read the text. He said, if Ash is in the room, I'm leaving.
He's got a beef with you.
Yeah, well, I did just sing a song about him, and
It's a good song.
it was good, but he's not happy with it.
All
All right, well, we can't bail on the interview now, because otherwise we look like arseholes. All right.
So,
All right, I'll duck out, and then you just
dude, I'll have to take it, man.
press this button to record, so just don't fuck it up, okay?
Yep, no
All
problem.
right, I'll leave, and you call him in.
Cool. Ed, it's all good, man.
Yo, Ron Billy, what's going on, man?
Hey, man. I'd say it's been a while, but no, this is the first time we're meeting, right?
Yeah, it's the first time. It's my first podcast experience. I mean, luckily you guys are in Japan, and I'm currently in the senjutsu phase, so I'm like in my samurai gear all the time, walking around Japan like a fucking asshole.
Oh, so you're sleeping in it, the whole deal.
Yeah, I have to. I mean, I'm on tour with the guys, so when I go on stage, I have to like walk around and fucking they attack me with the guitars. It's not funny, man. I got feelings.
Oh, sorry, man. Sorry.
And I apologize for my accent, because like I'm rich now, so I live in California, of course, and I've lost my British accent.
How many years you been there for?
Fucking ages, man. Fucking ages. Fucking A. Anyway, this is pretty cool. I just wanted to talk to you guys because, oh my god, I mean, you guys are the worst. I've never heard anyone like, I mean, you fucking get everything wrong. You know not anything. Ash, I mean, that guy, fuck that guy. He just sang that stupid song about me. I'm not having it. I'm not having it, man. Fuck that guy.
It's not a bad song, right?
I'll talk to you, Andy.
Yeah.
But I'm not talking to that motherfucker.
Ash isn't too bad. Give him a bit of a chance.
I'm down with them, man. Anyway, so first off, you guys are making fun of the album covers, like the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me clear the shit up, right? Right. First off, yes, I was waiting for a bus.
I was gonna ask that.
The guy didn't just paint random shit. He took photos of me and then painted them after. That's what happened. I was waiting for a bus, and a goddamn bus went right past me, splashed me with water, and that's why my hair looks all fucked up.
Yeah.
So that's that. So shut up about me looking like an asshole, because you look like a fucking asshole. Look you, fucking cunt kid.
So we didn't get it wrong, right?
Well, no, I mean, but the next one you did get wrong.
Oh, okay.
Killers, right? I mean, I've had to explain this 1,000 times to people, right?
Your hair looked great It was a killer.
Yeah, well, I was going on a date. I was just about to go on a date. I was walking down the street, and this maniac attacked me with an axe, okay? And I was literally throwing him down on the floor and yanking the axe out of his hand, and then they took the photo. So
Yeah,
it looks like
yeah.
I'm, like, hitting him with the axe, but actually I was pulling it off him, and, you
So
know,
it's
I
all
look like
just
an asshole.
bad timing. That shot, though, was that near the first bus stop from the first album?
Yeah, well, at that time I didn't have much money, so I was just in the same area. I mean, I was on fucking huge selling albums and shit, but they get all the money. I just get the fucking,
Okay.
I get all the chicks.
Right. Oh, hey, that's a different type of payment.
They only like me because I'm famous. I mean, I went to McDonald's last week, and this kid was like, "What's up with your skin?" And I was like, "Fuck you, you spotty motherfucker. What about your skin?" Why are you laughing at it?
Not laughing at all.
Anyway, the number. You guys doing Number of the Beast right now, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'll be honest. I can't really. I mean, I was controlling the devil there. Yeah, I'm sorry about it, but you know.
Oh, so we got that right as well? Or?
Yeah, but you know, that's only the one thing bad I do. I mean, I'll explain in the future all the other album covers too. But listen, I am a good guy, a nice guy. My Tinder profile is just not working right now. So I thought if I get on this podcast and people hear, you know, I have a personality and I'm, you know, I'm a pretty cool guy, maybe I'll get some hits. But
why not? But just a little bit up. Going back to Number of the Beast. Do you and the devil go way back, or?
Nah, I mean, when Saddam came around, that was it.
Yeah.
He's just gone. I mean, I can't even ask him for a beer anymore. He's like, no, sorry. Saddam wants to fucking pound me in the ass, so I can't do anything.
Right. Okay. So I've got a few quick questions for you.
Oh, hit me up, mate.
Just, you know, quick answers. Favorite type of music?
I like reggae. I mean, you know Bob Marley?
Yeah.
That guy, hate him.
Right.
I like any reggae that isn't Bob Marley. That motherfucker is the fucking Justin Bieber of reggae.
Yeah.
Fucking stir me up.
What are your thoughts on auto-tune?
Auto-tune? I mean, I'll be honest, I love Bruce, but maybe he could use a little bit now. I mean, he's a little struggling a little bit. I mean, I know, fucking hell, that's pretty bad to say as an Iron Man. I'm the face of Iron Man, for God's sake, but, you know, Bruce had cancer. I mean, you know, maybe a little bit of auto-tune will be cool. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, does it sound like I have auto-tune on right now?
No.
You guys auto-tuning me? What the fuck?
No, not at all. This is all
Alright,
natural.
Come on, I gotta go. What's
This
this
is all-
question?
What? I don't have any more.
Oh, okay.
Is it okay? How old are you, Eddie?
How dare you? You would ask a man his age in this day and age? No, that rhymes.
Yeah.
All right, I feel like you're laughing at me now.
I'm not.
Anyway, I've cleared up the album covers, and that's all I gotta say. And if Ash wants me to come to talk to me, he better apologize. And well, that's enough. Just apologize.
You know what? If you want Ash, we'll get Ash to come back in. But hang around.
No, I'm not seeing him right now. I'm still pissed off. I'm angry. I think I will actually do the whole Killers album cover for real.
Yeah.
Fucking hatchet in the head. Those Welsh people, man. God damn it. Sheep shagging assholes. And look at you. You're from Croatia, aren't you?
No,
Yeah,
Australia.
Wait a minute. Australia.
Yeah.
No.
I wasn't born in Croatia though.
I have the clairvoyant power, okay? I can see where you're really from.
Where are you from, Eddie?
Clapham in London. Just off the roundabout.
Right.
Next to the Spar.
Yeah.
Do you know Spar?
No.
It's like a convenience store.
Yes.
Yeah. I used to live in England. I lost my accent completely, but you know, whatever.
That's
I'm
right.
rich, motherfucker.
What'd you say?
I'm rich, bitch.
What'd you say? LA? Or where are you now?
No, I live in San Francisco because that's where all the sinners are. I love those guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know there's guys out there who love other guys?
Yeah.
Like,
You
they
mean-
love them.
Yeah, that happens a lot these days.
Blew my mind. I couldn't believe it.
Well, apparently there's nothing wrong with that these days.
No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I was like, whoa. I mean, if it was in London, you just get smacked in the face for that shit. I mean, I once said to my friend, "Nice shoes, mate," and I got pounded in the head with a brick by the bus driver. He couldn't handle it.
Back to the bus, eh?
Anyway, you guys got a podcast to do, right? Fucking, I'm sick of this shit. And I gotta go.
Where you going, Eddie? No, you take a seat. It's all
Listen,
right.
I'm in Japan. I go, wait, the guys are back in fucking England or wherever. Dave Murray lives in fucking Hawaii, for God's sake. Why can't I live in Hawaii? Why I gotta fucking stay in Japan in this stupid samurai outfit for fucking 6 months? God damn it. All right, I feel like I'm being laughed at now. I'm going,
Yeah.
bye.
Oh, fucking hell. All right, so how was it? What happened? What did he say? I'll listen back later, but I want to hear it now.
Back later, but he's not a fan of you.
What?
Man.
I know that song was pretty bad, right? I mean, he did text me all in capitals as well. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. No, he was not
Yeah.
impressed, man.
I'll listen back to it in the edit anyway. I'm sure he said
Yeah.
some cool stuff. Is he cool? What's his voice like?
Yeah.
Does he sound like how he looks?
He sounds American.
What?
Yeah, apparently he's all rich and living in.
Oh, that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
he must have a couple of quid, doesn't he? You know?
Yeah,
Fucking
yeah.
hell, like.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Oh, you listen to it back. Yeah. There's a bit of talk about the bus stop, the whole deal. So
Oh, did he clear him up? I mean, the album covers and stuff?
yeah. We went into that for a bit. So it wasn't a long interview, but
All right, I'll listen to it later anyway. Anyway, we got some stuff to talk about, mate. What's the next song? Number of the Beast. We've done all the songs so far. Invaders, pretty cool. Just a
doo-doo-doo-doo.
you know, it is classic. But you know, well, let's just move on. We can't talk about everything, man. This album's so good. There was just so many things to talk about. So let's crack on with the old Nick song.
Galloping hard on the plains, chasing the redskins back to their holes, fighting them at their own game. Run to the hills,
Bollocks!
Bollocks! Shit!
Nah,
Man, I mean, that was just a highlight of that, man. I mean, every part of that song is iconic, right?
it's a fucking great song, man.
It's very good.
Yep. I just love the gallop too. I
Yes,
can't help-
the classic gallop, right?
Yep,
You know,
yep.
this song that is mostly associated with Iron Maiden that people also can make fun of because it's hilarious. Because like, if I said to you, "Oh, name an Iron Maiden song," I will always go with the Trooper because it's cool, good, and not embarrassing.
Mhm, mhm.
Like, this song is not embarrassing but compared to now. If I said, you know, hey, listen to this song, din, tigga, din, tigga, din, tigga, din, I fucking love it. I don't give a shit. I'm not embarrassed about it, but
yeah.
it is funny that, you know, that this song is just associated with Iron Maiden's sound,
Right.
even though they develop way past this kind of sound and kind of stuff. But it's just what people think of. Like you said,
yeah.
oh, 666, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
What's your
but,
favorite song?
Run to the Hills is like that, man.
Yeah.
So, first single from the album, New Bruce, fucking have it, man. I mean, we listened to them playing it live for the first time and some guy shouted bollocks,
Bollocks,
I mean,
yeah.
which is cool. But fuck me, man. I imagine being a fan of Killers and Iron Maiden, and then this is the first song that comes out with the new singer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, in 1982, you were fucking loving it. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Don't lie. You were like, oh, this is really, really good, you know?
No, dude, I'm sure there definitely were some fans that like the change and then they just went, hey,
Yeah,
what?
it's like it's a little bit like Daniel Craig being Bond.
yeah.
When Daniel Craig was announced as Bond, everyone's like, he's fucking blonde. He looks like a little bitch. What the fuck? And then you saw Casino Royale, you're like, oh, that was really good. Shit. You can't deny it, you know. Yeah? So yeah. So Andy, tell me about your thing of this song. What do you think about it?
Apart from me calling it bollocks from now on because of that
Bollocks!
one person. Bollocks! I love it. Dude, you started, again, killer drum beat,
Yeah,
that start.
that intro, man.
Yep.
Clive Burr, well done, mate. Rest in peace.
Dude, yeah, I love it. What can I really say about it? It's got like all the trademarks are there.
Yeah.
Like I said, that killer drum beat, the gallop is there,
Yes.
Bruce hitting his notes. It's iconic, man.
It is, man.
It is. You can say too many things about this album.
I mean, do you think would you say that you're like, you've listened to this too many times kind of thing?
I
Like
listen to
you're
it
over
a lot.
Yeah, right?
I'm not at the over it stage.
Yeah, I see it. That's
but
good.
It's definitely been like a high rotation.
This is one of the songs that's on the Dad Rock CDs.
Yeah.
You know, like those Dad Driving Rock 32, and it's got like, you know, just driving songs on it. You always get those kind of songs,
Yeah.
right? This is one of those songs, right?
Yep.
And most really hardcore Maiden fans are just over this song because, you know, it's the most famous one. But I'll try to give like, not an analogy, but I wrote some shit down about it because, you know, whatever. So I don't really drink alcohol, so I'll use a soft drink alcohol, soft drink analogy.
Yep.
So when I was a kid, I drank Coca-Cola, which is Run to the Hills, Number the Beast, etc. Before I was obsessed with Maiden. I know the 2 songs and that was it. Now I'm older. I don't really drink Coke anymore. I'm more of a Dandelion and Burdock or Yuzu cider guy.
Oh,
You know.
Yes.
But you can fuck off for 2 seconds if you think a Coca-Cola is not the king of soft drinks, okay?
Mhm.
Fuck you, right? When I've seen people who haven't drunk Coke in a couple of years and I bought a Coke and they're going, oh, can I have a sip of that? And they're like, oh, that's fucking good. I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You know?
Stop lying to
Right?
yourself.
Yeah. And what I mean is just that, if you're a hardcore fan, you've listened to this song to death, you're over it, right? But just listening back to the highlights then, I was just like, fuck yeah, I am not over this song at all. But
I'll even take it just that little step further. It's not just Coke. It's Coca-Cola in the glass bottle.
oh yes, it
Right.
is Coca-Cola in the glass bottle, man.
Right,
Fuck me,
right.
that's good.
Yeah.
What is up with that? It's got to be some kind of like chemical reaction or something,
I
isn't
don't
it?
know, man.
Why is it so good?
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, it is just a great song. I don't know. This song has never been not this song again. Number the
I've
Beast
never-
only a little bit because of the intro. Because I'm like, oh, hurry the fuck up,
Yep. Get into
This
it.
song is straight into it.
Yeah.
Verse, chorus, fuck you, get on with it,
Yeah.
And it's just a brilliant song. And what more can you say about it than that, It's got
No.
everything. Run to the Hills is iconic, right? The drum intro, harmony guitar, galloping rhythm, like lyrically short, catchy chorus of Run to the Hills.
Yep.
Solos that you can hum
Solos,
along to.
yeah, yeah.
The build up to the final chorus, I
love that. Yeah.
Crashing ending. It's got it all. It's got every it's just even outside of being a fan of Maiden, it's just a well written song.
Mhm.
Interesting guitar. What you notice in modern music now, right, is that they pack the mixes with so many different instruments because most music is done on computer now.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you can just add in a bunch of synths and stuff really easily. And
Yeah.
I've been guilty of this in my own band where we thought, oh, we can't, there's nothing there. We need to add more space or
Right,
add more
right.
instruments.
Yeah.
But it just made it sound weaker, actually. Whereas
too
it's
much.
much harder to have a band where it's just drums, 2 guitars, a bass, and a singer, and it to be like, whoa, blast you in the face.
Exactly.
This song does exactly
Well, that's
that.
just the thing. It's going back to when they were recording it, the
Yeah.
year. They're really using what they have, which
Yep.
is totally different to now.
100%,
But look at what they're churning out.
Yeah, it's insane, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a great song. I love this song. Listen, if you're too cool for Run to the Hills, then tell me your address, choose your weapon. I'll bring my rolled up newspaper and I'll fucking have you. Or Eddie. But
We'll send
if
Eddie.
you back me up. All right.
We'll clear them
As
up.
soon as Run to the Hills came out, it's like you go creak, 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 up to the top of the roller coaster, and then it's like, okay, here we go. Whoa! And then about 5 years later, it bottomed out.
That's right, Bruce. This is the beginning of Maiden's roller coaster ride of being the band in the 80s. The next couple of albums now are just like they make them huge, And
Yeah.
this is the start of that.
Yeah.
And yeah, 5 years of fuck. Yeah.
That'd be pretty tiring too, man.
Well, it is. I mean, we'll get there, but it burns a lot of them out. And unless you're Steve Harris, who's just a freak of nature, who seemingly goes off tour and like, oh, I'll just play pubs in his British Lion band. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
mate, fucking go home. No wonder your wife divorced you. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to say that.
Oh.
I mean, we get an album later where it's post-divorce and it's just the most depressing shit. And Blaze Bailey had to fucking sing on it. I mean, sorry, Blaze, sorry. Hey, get fucking Steve. It's not your fault. It's funny because Blaze sang on 2 albums where like the songs were just not that good. If he'd have sung on the next album or even the one before, it'd have been like, this is fucking
Okay,
awesome.
yeah.
He joined Maiden in just a really just part where they just were not
Yeah.
that motivated, I guess. Anyway,
Almost as soon as the album was mixed, the single Run to the Hills was released and sold nearly 250,000 copies in the UK. Before the album was officially released, we were in the midst of a UK tour, and we had the first of several spats that would crop up over the years.
a spat. That's a good word.
No argy bargy.
That's right. Argy bargy. There you go. Yeah. I mean, listen, Bruce is totally reasonable to want to be upfront as he is the front man. Okay. Now, the whole thing is that Steve and Bruce were fighting because Steve wanted to be in the front and Bruce wanted to be in the front. He's the singer,
Yeah.
And, you know, Steve Harris, Mr. fucking, you know, I didn't write the song, so turn up my bass really loud. You know, and like, oh, on the credits, can you put Steve Harris, bass and vocals, even though you sing like a fucking idiot? And he's the worst, right? Run to the hills. It's terrible.
Still did it.
Yeah, he can, because he can, can't he, you know?
The layered harmony vocal was such a colossal change for the Maiden sound. Our jaws dropped as we heard the rough mixes. There are some songs you can feel in your bones will be huge. In our case, the third album, the expectation and the curiosity all colluded to make Run to the Hills the perfect storm as a showcase to the world of the delights to expect from the forthcoming album.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge difference to Paul, isn't it? You know, and it's funny, right? Because you could really easily hate this if you were a fan of the other music, right?
True.
But also, this song, "Run to the Hills," people do make fun of it because, like, they always go "Run to the Hills."
Yeah,
like
yeah.
even like Metallica, who are fans of the original stuff, I've seen them like kind of make fun of this
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
But like, if Metallica did this song, it would be like, you know, "Run to the hills, run to the hill." You know,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
their style, right? But Bruce's style is what he does, you know,
Yeah.
run to, and like the harmony on it and stuff, whatever, which is great. But yeah, it's like I'm a huge fan of melody, and I think this is why I'm not actually a massive fan of Metallica.
Yeah.
I'm more of a fan of melodic bands and melodic music. So like I like a lot of Metallica riffs and stuff, but I've never been like a buy every album kind of band for me. You
I'm
know?
the same with you.
Right, yeah,
Metallica,
they're just not melodic enough for me. I like the melody, my friend, you know? And Iron Maiden have that in tenfold, right? So yeah, man, listening back to rough mixes though is hilarious because, like, imagine being in the studio listening back to Run to the Hills. You're like, fuck, right? But I've worked in a bunch of studios in my experience, and listening to back mixes back after recording stuff is always hilarious because, man, it's great because even if it's shit, it's still like awesome because you're like, I just fucking made something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like having a baby and like, oh my God, I made it, you know? I mean, well, I don't have that experience, but you know, like, how did you feel when your child was born? Were you like, I did that?
It was pretty trippy, man. I was just like, what?
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But even with music, you know, and like, it's funny because like in the studio, you'd always be like either like "Wow, this is awesome," or just dead silence. And like,
it's good, right?
yeah, like really funny. And then someone's like, "Oh, can you make it sound bigger?" Or like, what the fuck does that mean? Or like, can you make my vocals? Because like, what people don't understand with mixing as well, guys, is that a lot of it's not volume; it's mostly EQ. So like, for example, someone says, "Can you turn up my vocal?" Turning up the volume will not actually help it. What you need to do is just find EQ it better so it fits more on top of the mix, whatever. In all studios, everyone has a fake fader. Right? And there's this fader that you just go, oh, let me push up a bit, and then you go, oh, that's it right there, even though nothing's happening.
Who was it? It wasn't you, or maybe I just ran. There was a bass player talking about that in particular, where he goes into a studio, and he has a fake switch.
Oh, okay.
On his, so when the engineer or something, can I get a different sound? And he just goes click, which is connected to nothing. Yeah. And then he moves his fingers just a little bit. And the person's like, so it's similar
like
to that.
Yeah, it is similar to that. Yeah. I mean, sometimes people are like, they just don't know what they're talking about. Or,
but they saw something happen, so in their head,
exactly.
What do they call it? Like a placebo effect.
Yeah, exactly, placebo, exactly. Yeah, it's very, very fun anyway. But anyway, let's talk about the actual like meaning in the song as well.
Run to the Hills, which is effectively a political song, which they've never really done before. So Steve was prepared to be a little bit more adventurous and perhaps in a way move away from the darker side in some respect and try something a little different.
I wouldn't say any of our tracks are really that political, really. They're not necessarily meant to be.
And I don't think they would have understood that particular political nuance anyway. Not in this country. Yeah, they're looking for sex, drugs, and rock and roll in the lyrics. Not that.
Right. That guy at the beginning is a fucking idiot. I hate that guy. He's like some magazine editor or whatever. It's a political song. It fucking isn't. Steve Harris watched a fucking cowboy movie and wrote a cowboy fucking song.
You know, I'm wrong right about this.
Yeah. That's what happened, you know? It's not fucking political, mate. Steve Harris is the least political person ever. Like, you know, he'd just be like, oh, what's the West Ham score? You know, what do you think about the Middle East right now? West Ham going there? He doesn't give a shit. That guy, his interview is annoying. Anyway, that's the extent of it. Steve Harris wrote a song about the Indians. So let's get a little political ourselves, shall we?
Ooh.
Indians.
Right.
So
You're allowed to say that?
I can say it.
Well, you said it.
We live in Japan, mate. We're 50 years behind culturally. We can say whatever we want. Yeah, guys, if you do come to Japan, and let me just break the news to you, right? Even though Japan makes all the technology that you're using, they don't fucking use it. They do in like random places, but when you come here, you're in this office which looks like it's from 1992,
Right.
and you're like, what's going on here? I mean, can we get like a touch screen or something?
Hang on a sec. Just need to check if there's enough paper in the fax.
Yeah, fax machines, right? And if you want to know more about Japan, guys, listen to Ante's podcast with his little friend who I shit up the other day with appearance on the podcast. Did I?
Oh, that should be coming out next week. Yeah.
Oh, well, this is coming out next week too, right?
Oh, good timing, man.
Perfect. Yeah, it was fun. Anyway, so yeah, Ante has it's called The Waiting Room. If you want to listen more about Japan, and because it is interesting being here, but what you think of people using the technology and stuff is just not like that at all. It's very, very behind culturally, I mean, I know a guy whose wife has to walk behind him all the time.
Oh, wow.
It's omiai. So in Japan, they have omiai, which is arranged marriage. You go one of them, and his wife has to walk behind him when he walks down the street.
Oh, wow.
And he like jokes about it. He's like, yeah, she does it. It's really funny.
He jokes about it.
Yeah, he jokes about it because he's basically in a situation where like it happened, and he's like, well, I'm not gonna not do that because she's cooking and cleaning and walking behind me. Why would I like break that? Because it's an easy life, right? But
okay,
yeah,
I don't know that. Wow.
Oh, mate, yeah. When I come on your podcast, mate, I got some stories for you, man. The people I've met.
I mean, you were already coming on, but now you've kind of moved up in the list now.
Oh, mate, look at you. I got tons of stories, right, about Japan, right?
Anyway, back to the music.
We're talking about Iron Maiden here, mate, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Anyway, so all right, let's listen to the bloody lyrics here. All right, a second.
Just basically about the Indian nations being, sort of treated badly and taken over, really. But it's supposed to be from both sides. It's supposed to, you've got the first part is as if through the eyes of the Indian, and then the second part is through the eye of the cavalry soldier.
White man came across the sea. He didn't know geography. So, it's like your local supermarket. All right, where I live, right, when I was growing up, there's a supermarket which changed companies like 4 times. So my grandmother called it something totally different to what my mum called it, and then what I called it, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, I was like, oh, we're going to Co-op. I was like, you mean Pioneer? Yeah. Oh, no. I was like, why is this supermarket got like 5 names,
It's the same thing.
Yeah. But people will call it what they called it at the beginning,
Yeah.
That's why this whole like, not to get political, but the whole like pronouns thing, like it's very difficult to ask people to go, oh, by the way, can you just stop every time you're speaking, can you just stop for a second and make sure you double check your pronouns? Whether you care about it or not, it is just difficult to stop your speech patterns, when it comes to like basic things like that. So it's very difficult to it's difficult to tell someone to say, hey, this shop is called Co-op now, not Pioneer.
I'm offended.
Yeah, right? How the fuck are you get a bunch of people? It's going to take a couple of generations to get there, So guys, calm the fuck down, but yeah, it's very funny.
We're gonna shop somewhere else.
I know, it's Pioneer, it's Co-op, yeah. Even fucking in Japan, we live in Hiroshima, right? And there's a store called Edion. Edion is an electronics shop, but it used to be called Deo Deo, and everyone I know calls it Deo Deo. I'm like, what the fuck's Deo Deo? I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, Edion. And there was another name before that as well, and someone calls it that.
Okay.
I have no idea what the fuck they're on about, because they're asking me to go get some stuff. I'm like, where the fuck's Deo Deo? I was like, oh, Edion? What the fuck? Why can't you use... Anyway, that's what I'm talking about with the whole Indian thing. They call Native Americans Indians because that's what they thought they were, because they were fucking idiots. Of course,
do they still call them Native Americans now, or is it like First Nations?
I don't know. Well, like obviously, we're not Americans, right? So it's weird because like our whole thing of America is, from entertainment, movies and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember like seeing that in old movies they call guys black guys, and then it changed to African American, and then it was like, no, don't call me that, I'm black. So I'm like, which one is right? I have no idea. Native Americans, people can call them Indians forever. They're stuck with it, so it's like I said, Co-op and Pioneer, Eddie on a deo, you're stuck, mate. But my favorite thing with this is one of those conversations as well. Like when you say, "Oh yeah, the Native Americans were killed by Europeans," and someone go, "Well, actually, they were killing themselves. They were attacking themselves." Like, well, yeah, I'm pretty sure we did fucking speed that up a bit, though. You know?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different level.
Yeah, it's quite funny. Anyway, so either way, most modern history ends with someone finding something and then British people thinking it looks nice and popping along to claim it.
There is a western route to the Indies, and therefore I hereby name these islands the West Indies.
East Indies.
What?
East Indies, surely.
What are you talking about? We sailed west to find them, didn't we? They're to the west of us. Therefore, they're the West Indies.
Yeah, but I thought the whole point was that we were proving that the world is a globe. So if these truly are the Indies, which incidentally is something else I'd quite like to talk to you about at some point, but assuming they are the Indies, then they must be the East Indies, the most easterly point of the Indies. Do you see?
Do you see this?
It's your hat.
What kind of hat?
Captain's hat.
What does that make me?
Captain.
Yes, it does. And what does that make these?
The West Indies.
Bingo.
And that's pretty much how it happened.
I think there's a lot of places are named just that way, right?
Right. That's one of my favorite TV shows called Mitchell and Webb. They did a show called Peep Show too, if you've ever seen it. It's really, really funny. British comedians. Oh, it's great. Anyway, but like the sketches of that are like, what is it called? I'm the captain. So it's called that, you know? Yeah, but anyway, let's enjoy some, shall we? Ooh, hello there, Indians. Jolly good land you have here. Have any guns, do you? I see not. Blimey, this place looks very much like Hampshire. New Hampshire, anyone? And that's how it happened. See, that's the most... You can't get any more British in this song.
Yeah.
Oh, Ante. Oh, you're Australian. I see. Yes. One of our cousins there, you know. Hello. And where are you originally from, sorry?
Wait.
Croatia. Oh, well... The Queen said that anything that we don't own is just not worth owning. So there we go. The British Empire. The sun never sets on the British Empire. Glory to the Queen. And now the King. And I'm from Wales. So basically, I can't say this because I'm scum to them. Okay, anyway. So, mate. Run to the Hills is awesome and a classic. What more can you say about it?
It's a banger.
It's a banger.
Banger.
Anyway, let's crack on.
The first song we recorded was intended to be a B-side. It was called Gangland and featured a writing credit for Clive Burr on the basis that the drums were as integral to the track as the guitar riffs. We were all like little puppy dogs recording it. We stayed till 4 or 5 in the morning listening back. Too good to be a B-side was the general feeling. I wasn't so sure. I thought it a bit presumptuous, seeing as we had nothing else to compare it to. I was the new boy, however, and at least everyone had their tails up before the main event, which was a track called Run to the Hills.
Gangland, also known as The Girl in the Office.
Really?
Would you like me to explain more?
Please.
So imagine me and you are having a chat about, you know, something like boobs or something like that. And then, what's that? What's your friend name? Rachel? Rachel comes over. Hey guys, what are you talking about? And we're like, nothing. Just about sports, you know?
Yeah.
And then we're just waiting for her to go away so we can continue our conversation.
Yeah.
Now, lovely girl. One-on-one, love talking to her. But this is a man's album with man songs, man talk. And within that realm, Gangland just doesn't hold up to the rest of the songs. And I love the little song, but when it comes on, I'm like, oh, you...
Yeah.
Just wait until it's over. And then we can continue talking about boobs.
This is spot on though,
right?
Because if you're gonna, it's like, so what do you think? I was gonna say, I hate it, And yeah, I don't turn it off.
Just listening to the highlight, you're like, fuck, that's great.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting, cool song.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just in the pack of just beasts of songs, you know? And it just really... Now, they did say that they chose it as a B-side. There was another song that was going to be the B-side. They chose this to be on the album, I think because it was the first song they recorded.
Well, interesting that it was already in the conversation of being a B-side.
Right, exactly. Yep,
so
good
it's
point.
already,
Yeah,
it's just like, all right.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, listen, I love chatting to Gangland about handbags, whatever, but you know, the main group of lads, the lads, Hallowed and Run to the Hills, whatever.
Yep.
You know, it's just a bit of a letdown, you know? Now, of course, I'm just using a really, really terrible sexist example to explain my point because it's boring to say, well, Gangland is not as good as the other songs.
Exactly.
Well, it is as good as the other song. It's a great song, but maybe, like you said about, what's it, Children of the Damned being too early, maybe putting Children of the Damned where Gangland is would have helped.
Possibly.
Because imagine Invaders into Gangland. Maybe I'd be more like, and then, you know, get the bangers later, you know?
No, that could have worked.
Yeah. It's a cool song, and anyone would be proud to have this in their set list. I mean, it would be a good song, any band, you know? But just comparatively, it's not as good. And it's unfair to say that shit, you know? So, I don't know. Like, I really, really enjoy listening to it by itself. But when you listen to the album, you are like, and when you know the B-side that they didn't choose, you're like, oh, I wish they had done that song instead. Because the other song which they didn't choose, which ended up as a B-side on the Run to the Hill single, is just more interesting song, I think.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But, I mean, it's really, really cool, man, to like listen to, like they just talk about like they listened back to it in the studio with the new singer, whatever. I mean, that's really, really fun. I mean, if anyone's been in a band, you know, like we just talked about, making music and listening back, like, fuck yeah.
Like, they're on a high.
Right, it's awesome, right? Yeah. So they got really excited about being the first song. But man, they wrote Gangland, they recorded Gangland first, right? They had no idea that Number of the Beast, Run to the Hills, Halloween Name is just coming up. You're like, fuck, you know,
right.
This is getting better and better. Let's keep going, you know? And, you know, but we're talking about the Number of the Beast album. And in the album, personally, I am one of those guys that doesn't hate Gangland, but I consider it a lesser song. You know, you can't. This is not modern day school where everyone's a winner. You know?
Right, exactly.
You know, guys, there's winners and losers, and this song is not a loser, but you know, it's a little bit behind the other songs.
It's real life.
Yeah, this is real life man talk. I'm a man. Oh yeah, talking about men. Your brother, does he have anything to say? Come on, cough up. What's his name? Denny. Put fucking another, either put another N on it or another S, either one. Fucking sort it out, mate.
I think we're starting something here.
Hey,
there's a beef.
When's he coming back to Japan?
Possibly next year.
Oh, all right. Well, make it 2 years, mate. Because if you better get in the gym and train up. Like next time I see you, you're fucking dead.
Dennis, fighting words.
I don't fight people, mate. I just put them down.
Oh,
I'll fight your brother on the podcast. Bring him in here.
I think we will.
How tall is he?
Tall enough.
That's an answer that means he's probably scared. Are you scared, Dennis?
Send another email.
Mate, I'm going to get Eddie on my... Wait until Eddie forgives me, you fuck.
When Eddie... See, yeah, what if Eddie and Dennis are good friends?
Eddie would never be friends with a fucking knobhead like Dennis. Come on. I don't even know him, but I know him. You know what I mean? I don't know him, but I know him, right? I can read through the lines of his little email. Fucking hell. Anyway, let's continue with the podcast.
We were rehearsing in a place called Hollywood.
I didn't even fucking set this up. Jesus Christ. Dennis, you fucking up the podcast. I'm not even here. Right. Adrian Smith, who wrote the song, did a video on the iBin channel talking about how he come up with the song, basically.
We were rehearsing in a place called Hollywood Studios, near where I grew up, actually, in Clapton. Clive and I got to a rehearsal early, and he said, let's do a song in this tempo, and he started playing that drum pattern to Gangland. So I just picked up my guitar, and I started playing this, the music to this. I don't know where it came from. I think Clive was listening to a lot of Cozy Powell at the time, and he loved Ian Pace as a drummer, so I think it was an inspiration from that. And I kind of took inspiration from something that maybe Gary Moore would have done over that drum pattern. I'm going to play it now. I haven't played it for donkey's years. I've got it on a backing track here, and it might be fun just to go through it and see if I can remember it. So here goes.
Yeah, good luck playing that piece of shit song. I don't want to fucking hear it. Joking. I like Gangland. But
It's a
Adrian,
good song, man.
Yeah. Honestly, usually I like Adrian gets better as a songwriter as well, but it's a good song. When listening to the song all by its own, it's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm a shuffle man. See, are you a shuffle man?
Depends on what I'm listening.
Yeah,
on.
a lot of people are like listen to the album back to front, but I like shuffling Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
I know it's a sin, but I love going from like one album to the next album. And when this song comes on by itself, I'm like, yeah. But when I listen to the
I
whole
was
album,
listening to this one on vinyl, and shuffling is really hard and annoying.
That's right. You can't do that, right?
You can, but it's just always up.
But be honest about your experience when you listened to it on vinyl. When you got to Gangler, how did you feel?
It's that thing of like, I'll just let it play. Not because I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's just like, I'll just let it do its thing.
Yeah. It just, I talked about that show I like, Mitchell and Webb.
Yeah.
This is another sketch from that, which really, this is what I mean.
Tough day on the ward.
Yeah. Couple of new admissions. Little lad with a pronounced heart murmur. Poor little kid. I think he's going to pull through, but...
Those guys.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hitting bed crisis time, and I just don't know where I can physically fit any more severely ill children on my ward. Still, listen, sorry to unload on you. How was your day at the ice cream factory?
Oh, I guess it was a bit of a hard day at the ice cream factory.
Right. Poor you.
I mean, compared to your day, it was nothing, but...
It's fine. Listen, we've been through this. Just because I'm a paediatrician dealing with severely ill children doesn't mean that you can't have a tough day tasting ice cream at the ice cream factory.
I'm just really trying to push the rum and raisin thing, Trying to ride that whole kitsch revival that bombed with Raspberry Ripple. Sometimes, Keith, I feel that ice cream tasting isn't somehow as important as looking after sick and dying children.
Oh, of course it is. Look, I work hard saving children's lives, but you work just as hard ensuring that they've got some lovely ice cream to enjoy when they do get better.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
like the other songs are pulling the weight. Gangland is fine. Just taste the ice cream, mate.
Yeah.
I love it, but it just in comparison to the other songs, it's just not as huge, compared to those other songs, Fucking hell, that show is amazing, honestly. It's one of the most underrated shows ever. Hilarious, yeah.
Definitely.
Listen, just because I take care of sick kids doesn't mean you don't have a good job in tasting ice cream. We need you, the rum and raisin.
I love it. Wrong.
It's fantastic, isn't it? All right, mate. So here's the deal right now. We've been fucking around with Eddie and all these other guys, and now the next song is Hallowed Be Thy Name. What we're going to do, we're going to start Hallowed Be Thy Name and finish it next week, right? But Hallowed Be Thy Name is a fucking beast of a song.
Oh, yeah.
And before this song, Gangland, was Run to the Hills. It's just not on that level, mate.
Yeah.
Gangland is a good song, but Run to the Hills is before it, and Hallowed Be Thy Name is after it. So in comparison, what do you do? It's just not fair, It's like, if me, you and Dennis went out on a night out, Dennis would just be like left in the corner with nothing. We'd be chatting up all the girls, and he'd just be like a little, little runt in the corner, like, "Oh, can someone talk to me?" I'd be like, "Listen, love, see that sad little man over there? Here's a couple of quid. Go over and talk to him, will you?"
I can't wait for Dennis to meet you.
That's Gangland. Yeah. Fucking Dennis. Okay, let's crack on.
The sands of time for me are running low.
I don't give a shit. This song's too good not to sing it to you. Oh, yes. Strange illusion. Yeah. Fuck you, neighbors. Hallowed be thy name. If I'm listening, you're fucking listening too. Yeah, yeah. Hallowed be thy name. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Before I say anything, guys, here is a bunch of people who don't like metal listening to this song on YouTube.
Yeah! Oh, hot cock and gun? Wow, that was incredible. That was some of the most epic shit I've ever heard in my life.
Never before seen, never before heard nothing like this.
You know, this is what a perfect symbiosis in a band sounds like.
I thought the rhythm was really good. I felt like the guitars was just tearing into this song. The bass in this song was really good as well.
Bro, I really wish I presented myself as a form of a vocal coach, because then right now this would be a great spot for me to pause and be like,
Well done, darling. He's a very good singer. He's one of the best, isn't he?
Bruce Dickinson is elevated to like god-level singer. What the hell was I? Oh, man. Okay, so I don't know why I missed it. I missed the whole thing. I missed the whole Iron Maiden thing.
Like, I never knew there was so much. I mean, I knew there was talent in rock and roll, but I don't know. It's just like, wow. Like, wow.
If you're going to introduce someone to Iron Maiden, right, I honestly think this is the song you should introduce them to.
Because this is my first reaction to Iron Maiden, and like I'm already like I feel like I'm like completely like shaved bald.
Okay, all right, mate, but okay.
Some of those reactions,
right? Now, firstly, go and listen to this song, Hallowed be the Name. Second, go to the YouTube channel, Derek Brooks' channel, and listen to the best reactions to Hallowed be the Name video, which is where I just took that from. Third, after listening to this song, get Gangland, spit in his face, and make fun of his tiny penis, because this song is fucking king. King of songs, king of music, king of England. Fuck Charles. Get Bruce on the throne right now. Fuck Mike in the one hand, sword in the other. Let's take back the empire. Let's take it back. King Bruce, hallowed be thy name. We'll take it back, everyone. Australia, would you like to be conquered again? Of course you would.
Only if Bruce is on the throne.
Or Croatia. We don't want that shithole. All right, guys. So we're going to leave it there, right? Because Hallowed be the Name deserves its own fucking 10-part up, right? Because there's a lot to dive into. And yeah, mate, it's just amazing song. And
I kind of feel sorry for Gangland now.
Oh, Gangland, shut up, mate. You had your fucking 2 minutes. Get over it.
Just, where it's situated now. It's just like, oh.
I mean, it is. Gangland is a piece of shit compared to Hallowed be the Name. Every song is.
But this is the funny... It's not a shit song.
It's not shit, but it's shit.
To be surrounded by such good... Yeah.
Right?
All right.
It's just too much, man. It's too much.
We have to let it go.
Just literally, Gangland is just like... Come on, gang.
Yeah.
all the time,
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. So yeah, next week we'll continue with Hallowed be the Name because there's a lot to talk about. And when I talk about Iron Maiden, and that guy just said that this is the song you should introduce them to, I highly recommend to do that because if you don't like this song, then, I don't think you will like anything else because it's got that intro, the melody, the build up, the story, the awesome guitar. It's just got everything in it. It is one of the best metal songs ever written.
Yeah.
And if you don't think so, then I respect your opinion. See what I did there?
Really? I love it.
Was that nice?
It was perfect.
Okay. I've been called a bastard my whole life, so I'm just trying to be nicer.
How are you feeling these days?
Well, my hero was Eddie, which I wanted to meet, and apparently because I did something, he didn't want to meet me. So I don't know. I'm trying to contemplate my life right now. So maybe next time he'll talk to me.
He's talking about you.
Maybe he'll have a different accent. All right, guys. So check out the podcast. If you have anything to talk about, email us at listentoironmaidenbaby@gmail.com and we'll chat you up. Next podcast will be Number of the Beast continued, and we will continue with Hallowed be the Name and the bonus track, which is left off. But, we'll finish up the album. And then, mate, we'll go back to the early years and check out what they're doing in between this and the next album. And then we'll start hitting on the cool album.
Ooh.
The one with the Trooper on it.
I know that one.
Yeah, you know that one. Yeah. Fantastic. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm very proud to have had Eddie on the first ever podcast to have Eddie on them. It's fantastic.
I'll show you. I got photos with him. I'll show you later.
I'm excited to hear.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. Catch you next time.
Take it easy, guys.